TikTok is a big flat earth dumpster fire, and this time I will have a look on some stupidity found on TikTok. But I don't use TikTok, so I have used a selection from flatearthbanjo, Brazil, USA, Japan. Let's start. So this is a selection of videos from TikTok that are selected by flatearthbanjo, who thinks this is great proofs of a flat earth. So let's start.
So I get a ton of DMs asking me why I think the earth is flat, and they ask me to explain why I think the earth is flat without using the Bible.
I'm a bit surprised, because that's a quite good idea, because the Bible is not the science book.
So I'm in Hawaii on vacation right now, and my hotel room is on the 27th floor. So I thought without using the Bible, I could just show you. Where's the curve?
Sorry, but you didn't prove flat earth. You proved that you are ignorant. You don't understand how big the earth is.
So there are five things that I know no matter how powerful your telescope is, you are never ever going to see these items, all right? Ready for this? Number one, you're never going to see a spacewalk. No matter how powerful your telescope is, you'll never see one of these dudes laying around, floating around in space. Look at me, ha ha ha, giggle giggle, ha ha, theatrics. You're never going to see it. You can see the ISS all day long, you should be able to see a dude floating around.
The distance to ISS is 420 kilometers. Oh dear. From Tower Bridge in London, it would be possible to see Liège in Belgium.
Number two, an airlock. You'll never see a dude go into an airlock. You'll never see a video of him coming out of the airlock. You can see plenty of pictures of what they claim is an airlock, and there's a dude in there, but it could be doing nothing. It's just a picture. All right? I want to see an airlock actually performing its duty. An airlock. Not that hard to ask for, but you won't see a dude coming out of an airlock into space, into a vacuum, because I'm a vacuum expert. I know that's physically impossible for any dude to live in a vacuum of space. Period. Even with a zipped up suit, it's actually laughable. As an expert in vacuum technology, vacuum of space is laughable to me. So, 21 years doing it.
Okay, Mr. Vacuum Cleaner. It took me 5 seconds to find a video. This video.
This view of Mike Hopkins egressing the Quest airlock coming from the inside of the equipment lock portion, and the camera we saw Soichi Noguchi setting up earlier. Already outside the hatch, he is joining NASA's Victor Glover. You'll be able to tell them apart today by the stripes on their spacesuits.
Number three, what you would never ever see in space, no matter how big your telescope is the Tesla car. It's floating around in space, right? Space, right? Even Elon Musk says it looks so real. You can tell it's fake because it looks so real. Because it's fake. It's fake. He's telling you it's fake. And people actually believe that there is a fucking car running around in space. Oh, come on, dudes. For real. It's like so clownish and so kiddish. I don't even think a 5-year-old would believe that shit.
Elon Musk did not tell us that it's fake. He did this of 2 reasons. They needed the payload when they tested the rocket, and it was for publicity. Of course, he owns a car company and a space company, so when they needed a payload to test the rocket, what better to use than a Tesla car?
All right. Next one, number four, the Hubble telescope. Where is the Hubble telescope? Why hasn't anybody captured the Hubble telescope with a telescope. Just floating around up there, right? Go find it. It's 43 feet in diameter. Look.
It's roughly the size of an ordinary bus, so good luck trying to take a photo of a bus in Papenburg from the Tower Bridge in London, 540 kilometers away.
All right. Number 5. The James Webb telescope. Where is this new telescope? Where's it at? This is the picture that they give you. They're not real pictures, they're just CGI of some, like, looks like a gold dish floating around on a triangle. I don't know if we can get any more kiddish. Like, seriously, this is what they're spending their money on.
And according to this genius, what would be able to take a photo of this telescope? The distance to Earth is between 250,000 kilometers to 832,000 kilometers.
Remember the Truman Show? That movie in 1998 with Jim Carrey? And how he realizes and he wakes up to the fact that his whole life is a lie. Everything around him is fake, and everything around him has been manipulated and controlled. He found out the people all around him in his life were all actors with certain lines to go along and execute a certain narrative. Remember when he found out that the weather was manipulated and controlled? And remember when he found out that he was being watched 24/7 to make sure that he didn't, step outside the lines, go outside the narrative? Remember when he found out that life-altering events, horrific events in his life had been executed and coordinated to instill fear, so he didn't step outside the boundaries of what they wanted him to step outside of? Remember that movie? Just a good, entertaining movie. Has no relevance to today. Absolutely no similarities to what we're going through now. I don't know why they would make that movie either. Just for entertainment purposes, I'm sure.
Yes, Truman Show was a documentary, as was Lord of the Rings and Harry Potter too.
Tinfoil hat fact of the day. Did you know NOAA, who is like the equivalent of NASA, claims that our oceans are only 10% mapped? But we've totally been to space.
So, because of that, Earth is flat and space is fake. What a great evidence.
I don't know about you, friend, but when I find out somebody lies to me, my trust is a bit broken. Going forward, I'm proceeding with caution. Asking me to put my faith in NASA and these space programs and outer space and all of this mumbo jumbo about the globe is like asking me to believe in Never Never Land. It's just never happening. I absolutely cannot unsee the fakery-bakery that is going on behind the scenes. And it's unfortunate because a lot of Globers will sit there and say, oh, you guys don't believe in evidence. No, we do believe in evidence, and there's so much evidence speaking of the contrary. And when you step back and take a look at both models and observe them for what they are, and then think about what logically makes sense after really analyzing it and breaking it down, not one of us hasn't walked away feeling foolish for even believing that the globe was even a possibility.
Oh dear, she looks scared. Yes, it can be scary if you don't understand things like elementary science, but don't worry, there are schools where you can learn about the reality of the world you live in.
Just in case you forgot, this was the first ever image placed into the background of the first iPhone. So every time you saw this, you were subliminally programmed to think that this is what the Earth looked like from space. Well, today I'm going to show you a NASA article showing how we got the famous blue marble photo. Now all you have to do is type in Robert Simmons blue marble. Here you can see he was NASA's data visualizer and designer. Open up said link, and we're gonna start right here. The hard part was creating a flat map of Earth's surface with 4 months of satellite data. Alright, come down here. Then we wrapped a flat map around a ball. My part was integrating the surface clouds and oceans to match people's expectations of how Earth looks from space. That ball became the famous blue marble.
Everybody with more than 2 working brain cells knows that the original blue marble was taken 1972 and was in no way, shape or form altered or edited in a computer. That one you chose is not the first blue marble, the original.
Look at that. Completely flat. Flat Earth. Yeah.
Great, one more TikTok flat earther that don't understand scale. Banjo's video is much longer than this, but I can't stand more silliness from TikTokers for now. I will be back soon. Hope you liked the video. See you soon. Bye.